Oh, I made that banner. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. I'm Gabriel from Birmingham in the UK.
I'm Emily from Cambridge in the UK. Welcome.
And we already have Marco and Daniela on.
Good to see you.
Fantastic.
I think Marco and Daniela, we've met both of these guys before.
We definitely have. I think we've had them a couple of times.
Yeah, I recognize the names, which is good. So we're going to look at government today. And we have in this focus activity, describing government, using conditionals, proposing ideas. And we have Deborah and Stefania.
Hi, Deborah and Stefania. Nice to have you. Okay.
So we have a few questions for discussion. First, do you follow politics, national and international politics? So for the students, we want to know your opinions on all of the questions. Gabe.
Definitely. I do quite astutely, as we've said before, in these days it's almost impossible to avoid national and international politics, but I think increasingly with the status that Britain, our country, has had and the developments which have been going on internationally with Britain, it's very difficult to avoid, I think.
Yeah.
It gets quite tiring. What do you think about it, Emily?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think with some of the things in British politics over the last couple of years, even for somebody that doesn't usually follow politics, it's hard to avoid, like you said. So people know what's happening in the UK. I mean, people in the UK know, at least on a basic level, about some of the stuff that's happening politically.
Yeah. Hi, Beatrice.
Knowing what happens in my country and in the world. That's good. Yeah.
I think also in terms of the global reach of certain events going on in the world, such as climate change, it's very difficult to avoid international. If you're interested in following those kinds of things, it's very difficult to avoid international changes in politics and what's being done or not, or usually what's not being done, I think, on an international level.
Yeah. Do you usually vote, Gabe, and students?
I definitely do, yeah. Do you usually vote?
I do. Yeah, I think it's very important.
Are you a member of any party?
I'm not. I'm not. I have considered becoming a member of the Labour Party, and I've also considered becoming a member of the Green Party, and I couldn't make up my mind. And so I didn't become a member of either party. Are you?
Daniela says usually votes. No, usually politics. And Beatrice says she usually votes. I'm a member. I'm a member of the Labour Party. I ask because there's a there's a vote coming up for the next Labour leader. Which you can, I think you can vote for online now. I hope you can.
I think I probably will. I should have done it before this leadership election, but I probably will become a member of the Labour Party, I think. My mum is a senior Labour councillor in Cambridge. Not announced senior, executive councillor. And yeah. So
I went to a cool event in the run-up to the election campaign. Well, no, in the election campaign, it was 2 days before our general election in the UK. And I was just an event in Birmingham, and then Corbyn showed up with with like several members of the cabinet and stuff as a surprise visit, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then sadly, 2 days afterwards, the entirety of Labour got crushed.
Yeah.
Which was very.
So were you on a high, a bit of a Labour high?
I was on a huge Labour high in December because, yeah, I don't know. It's quite depressing.
Yeah.
Do you think voting should be mandatory? Guys, question to the students.
And why? If you tell us yes or no, make sure you tell us why, so that it's more of a conversation between us and you. That'll be good. It's a very tricky question, this one, number 4. But I'm interested to hear the students' opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to number 4. I don't know definitely either way. Is it mandatory in Australia? I think voting maybe is mandatory in Australia. Mandatory means obligatory, by the way.
Hello, John Blanco. I don't know. Obligatory. Do you still go to a voting station? Is that how it's done?
I don't know.
Because, we discussed this before, the idea that even if it is mandatory, you still have the option in terms of your political choice to abstain, and you can go and destroy the piece of paper effectively, or so we have from Marco. No, I think voting shouldn't be mandatory. Probably no. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why, guys? Why do you think it shouldn't be mandatory? I'm not expressing my viewpoint in that sense, I'm not sure, but Stefania says, I think not, because the vote is a free choice. It's a right and a duty, but it must be free. Free choice, excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a typo, Stefania, and you probably know that, but the right and the duty must be free.
Yeah, so what Gabe mentioned a second ago is that even if voting is mandatory, you always have the option to not to choose a particular party, but we call it to spoil your ballot, which means just to scribble. And this would be counted as a protest vote. So this is maybe for Marco, this is what we're describing. That if you don't like any of the political parties, any of your options, you can spoil the ballot, and you've gone and you've kind of participated in the system, but you haven't chosen one party or another.
Yeah, so it's still a protest. It's still a protest against the conventional parties and the forms of government to spoil the ballot, but it's to do it in a more official way. Yeah.
Because if you just don't go to vote at all, then it's very passive. We can't understand it. Are you not voting because you think the system is broken, or are you not voting just because you're not because, I don't know, because of laziness or because of you're just not interested at all.
Yeah. I think it's that, isn't it? Effectively, that spoiling the ballot paper is an active form of a protest vote, whereas not voting could either be a passive form of protest vote, or it could be non-interest or or laziness. I guess it could. It's not clear that those passive forms are resistance forms. I think Mary says, I think it should be mandatory because a lot of people don't vote when
it's the right moment.
And it's the right moment, yeah. And then complain about all of the political decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. If you didn't vote, you can't complain about the political situation if you didn't participate at all. Yeah.
Have your political views? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say for Mary's, we would say a lot of people don't vote when it is the right moment. So I'll write this out. And Mary, for this comment, we need the subject, when it's or it is the right moment. Just has a slightly different meaning in English, but right or correct moment.
Yeah. And number 5, guys, have your political views changed much during your lifetime? Have your political views changed much during your lifetime? Question to Emily.
I think my political views have solidified. They haven't changed in terms of right or left. Well, maybe more left than a few years ago. But it's more of it's more just a case of my ideas becoming more sure. Stefania says she has spoiled the ballot paper to protest. Yeah. What about you, Gabe? And also our students, how have your political views changed?
I think probably in a similar manner to yours. I've probably gone from more left to more far left.
I didn't quite hear what you said. Was that from left to far right?
I've probably gone more left to far right. No, probably more far left, I think.
Okay. Well, others are saying their views haven't really changed. Not Marco, Beatrice, Daniela. No. For Daniela's answer here, because the question was, have your political views changed with the present perfect? When we give a short answer, we would say, no, they haven't. No, they don't would be for the present simple. But no, they haven't for present perfect. Okay, well, we can go forward. I'm gonna take that off. That's a bit annoying. Okay. Do you want to explain this bit?
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at stuff. Did you? Okay. The same comment that Emily just said, I would also pass on to Stefania. Yeah, I would say I haven't changed my view again. I think we would use have, not did in this sense. I haven't changed my view, and I think that politicians have changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I think that's a sentiment that's widely shared, Stefania. Yeah. Okay, so in this exercise, we've got 4 political themed words on the left, and we want you to use these roots to form, so you could add on prefixes, for instance, or you could add on suffixes, or you can build new words with these root forms. So, for instance, yeah, okay, good. So, for instance, if we had work, we could say worker, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay. So, govern.
Mm.
Ooh, look at the banner.
We've got all fancy. Okay, Daniela, great.
Yeah, great, Daniela. Yeah.
Govern becomes government. Yeah, Gianfranco, Stefania. Good. We want 3 different ones, at least 3. Government is definitely one. Oh, Beatrice, that's great. We will come to law in a second. Let's try and get 3 for govern first. But that's great.
I didn't think of governmentality before. That's one too. I suppose that's an addition.
Good.
Governor, excellent. Gianfranco and Stefania.
Oh yeah, and Gianfranco put it as well.
Gianfranco.
Yeah.
Well done. That's the person that governs. Governor, not governator. Which sometimes you get. Ooh, governess.
That's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. That's we haven't had that one before, Stefania. That's good, yeah. What's a governess, Stefania? Well, we have had 3 different ones, so maybe I'll bring up what we've got here while we're waiting. Yeah.
Like Mary Poppins. It's actually like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was a woman who would go and live with a family and teach the children. So she was like a private teacher that lived with the family. And I guess Mary Poppins was like a governess plus, like a governess and a nanny combined. Okay, cool.
So government and anti-government. Excellent. Yeah. Law.
And we had already
so we've got one from Beatrice, lawyer. Excellent. Ooh, that's an interesting one. We haven't seen that one before either. In-law.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's an in-law?
Does suffix have two Fs? Looks correct.
So,
Well, I was just comparing it to prefix that has only got one. Yeah, it does. Okay, good.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Ooh, good. We've got
Lawless.
some good ones.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Outlaw. We didn't get that one before either, did we? Outlaw.
Outlaw's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly right there. Yeah, like sister-in-law. We can use it if we speak about a relative not by blood. Yeah, so a relative that's related instead by, well, archaically, I suppose, by marriage and things, but exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think specifically by marriage, though, because there are other types of relatives that aren't blood relatives. But
I
so
know,
your
but I'm
sister
wondering if partnerships and things as well. I'm just,
oh yeah,
just
yeah,
making it clear that I think through modern ways of linking families, yeah, but it's through marriage.
or yeah, or we could say maybe
True.
through relationships somehow.
Yeah, but really, it's not a kind of catch-all term phrase for this, is it? But through kind of officiated relationships in some way, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just
so
it's not just your boyfriend's sister, is it? It's an officiated relationship.
Yeah. Your husband or wife's sister is your sister-in-law. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people who say husband and wife, whether it's a marriage or a civil partnership. Often. Anyway, this is great. Yeah.
We get bogged down. Outlaw is fantastic. Lawless.
Getting bogged down again.
Lawful. Unlawful.
Yeah. Lawmaker. So, but just for everybody else,
what's the difference between law? Okay, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say for outlaw. Were you going to say unlawful compared to outlaw? I was just going to explain about, so outlaw is somebody who lives their life outside of the law. So somebody who lives their life maybe running from the law, or if you live the life, if you're a criminal, I guess a career criminal, you could describe yourself as an outlaw.
Politics.
People who don't respect them. Yeah.
Unlawful. If something is unlawful, it's illegal. Effectively, Gianfranco. it's against it. It's an action which is opposite to the kind of it breaks a law, effectively, something that's unlawful.
Yeah. So what about politics, guys? Words that we can create from politics. Good. We've got an adjective, political.
Excellent.
So we want, oh, good.
Politician. Great stuff, Stefania and Beatrice.
Maybe I'll bring the answers up for this one.
This one I think just had the adverb, didn't it, as well? Wasn't that? It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And so last one, represent. So I think probably, so Beatrice's is great. Representative. Maybe Stefania wanted to say the same word. Because I think in it, Stefania maybe is thinking of the Italian word, which looks a bit like what she wrote in English. But the person who represents a community is the representative. I can't actually remember what the other ones were for that. Oh yeah.
I can remember one, I think, as well.
Other ideas, guys? Any more ideas? What would be great is if we could have those 3 little dots to say that someone's writing. So that we know.
Like there is on something. Yes.
Yeah. So that we would know if we should wait for anybody's messages or not. I think maybe I'll just put, oh, I can get rid of that banner. I'll put these up. Okay. So we have representative, representation. and unrepresented with this negative prefix at the front. Good.
Good
So
stuff.
we've got
Gap fill. So put the correct form of these words into the gaps provided. Most people consider their views private. Number one.
okay, cool. Oh, we got loads.
Excellent. All 5 came at once there. Well done, guys.
Great.
Spot on. Talking often leads to a heated debate. A heated debate would be an emotional debate, an emotional discussion in some way. Talking about the government.
Oh, good. All the answers came
Excellent.
again.
Good. Well done.
Number 3, the new Prime Minister is a great of a forward-thinking So I guess for Mary's answer, talking about the governor often leads to a heated debate. That could make sense as well.
Yep.
So we've got lots of answers coming through for number 3. The correct one is Stefania's here. The Prime Minister is a great representation of a forward-thinking politician. We can't use representative here because the Prime Minister is not the representative of a politician. This would mean that he is there in the place of other politicians. But a representation, meaning in his character, he represents forward-thinking politics in general.
Yeah, as a noun, it has to be as a noun, it has to be representation. Yeah. Weirdly, though, if you put representative as an adjective, which representative could also be an adjective, you could say the new Prime Minister is representative of a forward-thinking politics. It's
or politician.
The fact that, or of a forward-thinking politician, yeah, as well. As a noun, it has to be representation, yeah.
Yeah.
A member of parliament is for the people from his or her district. Makes it a bit clearer what we mean.
Yeah.
In this context.
Yeah. So for number 4, in this case, the member of parliament is in government in place of all of the people from his or her district. So she represents a group of people, a community. Yeah, guys, that's good. Okay. And number 5, he has strong views. Yeah, good. Stefania's got it. Very nice. Okay, we're going to go forward and look at some conditionals. So we have here the structure of the second conditional. If plus subject plus past simple, comma, would plus infinitive. If I won the election, I would find a solution to the traffic problem in this city. And so, number 1, you guys just need to change the verbs into the correct tense or the correct structure. If Sheila, president, everything. So using the second conditional structure. And while you guys are giving us your answers, when do we use the second conditional, Gabe?
Are you asking me a question? There's a bit of a...
Sorry, I said, when do we use the second conditional?
I'm having some technical problems.
Oh, no.
You've gone all kind of black metal again, is the only way I can describe it.
I wonder who. So maybe it's, I don't know if that's my internet or your internet that's going wonky. Okay, well, their teacher has answered anyway. We use the second conditional for unreal or hypothetical situations. Absolutely. In the present tense. And we've got loads of correct answers already here. Great, guys. So if Sheila became president, everything would change. Absolutely. Yeah, good. Yeah. So it's for, and we imagine if the present was different. Cool. Number 2. If the government, the laws about smoking, more people, smoking. Great. Stefania, that's perfect. Gabe, do you want to do number 3?
Changed would quit. Yeah. If the governor funds, then he involved in unlawful activities. Quit. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
They're all rolling in now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Mishandled would be excellent. Good stuff, Stefania and Gianfranco.
What does mishandled mean, Gabe?
Mishandled means to to manage something badly, to manage something poorly.
Yeah.
Often in this context, sometimes mishandling funds could mean in a corrupt manner as well, but mishandle something, badly manage something.
Yeah.
Or mismanage, I think you could kind of put in there as well.
Yeah. All right, number 4.
Yeah, handle badly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maria.
If we about politics, we here all night.
You have a really good gap sound.
Okay, guys, great.
If we spoke about politics, we would be here all night. Excellent stuff. If I the power, I taxes. I can't do it. I haven't got your skills.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Can you hear my fridge humming?
I would be able to, but my washing machine is on, so any other buzzing. If I had the power, I would lower taxes. Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, great, guys. Well, as we only have 4 more minutes, let's stay here. Guys, can you write your own version for number 5? So if you had the power, what would you do? I'm going to create another banner.
Emily, if you go to slide 7, there are questions on there that you can use the
Oh,
second conditional for.
Okay, good. Okay, well, the first 3, yeah, that's true.
I think.
Yeah. So these first 3 questions also we can answer with the second conditional.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you guys need to form complete sentences for numbers 1, 2, and 3 here, which want the second conditional.
There's that. Okay, right. Is that a? You've just invented a ticker. Nice.
Yeah. Did you remove my ticker?
Did I? Sorry. Sorry.
How rude!
Sorry. Okay, so Gianfranco's got one already. Yeah, great structure for the second conditional. That's perfect. If I had the power, we would probably say destroy weapons. We'd probably use the verb to destroy, or you might say, I don't know, get rid of. Maybe, yeah. I think in this sense, we might use a phrasal verb to get rid of.
Yeah.
Weapons.
And then Daniela says, oops. All right, I'll do. Maria Teresa says, if I had the power, I would create a new law. So Maria Teresa, we would say, if I had the power. This is a kind of expression in English. It's a
it's a specific collocation, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If I had the power, I would create a new law. Good. What new law would you create, though?
And Daniela's one. If I had the power, I would carry out concrete actions for climate, or for climate change. We would probably set. I don't for climate change. Maybe on the subject of climate change, or to deal with climate change, I think might make that even better, because I know exactly what you mean, and I 100% agree with you. I think we would probably say concrete actions to deal with climate change in some way.
Yeah. We need to finish, guys, so we'll just run through these last ones. If I created a new law, I would reduce pollution. That's great. Absolutely. If I had the power, I would want to reduce intensive farming. Yeah, really good. It's interesting to see what people's priorities are.
It's quite a range, isn't there?
Yeah. If I were president for a day, I would limit self-certification. What does that mean, Stefania? What kind of self-certification?
Self-certification. Certification. Is that some kind of bureaucratic thing here?
Yeah.
Well, keep writing to us, because we have to close off the video, but we will get your comments afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
And we can perhaps reply to them afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, really good stuff. I don't think we have an 8 to 10 tomorrow, do we?
Oh, something to do with the coronavirus.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Ah, I see. So maybe those forms that we need to complete in order to leave.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye,
Oh,
everyone.
yes, of course, autodichiarazione. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys.